Okay, so this next one, Doug, I got a question for you. Do you want you?
Okay, I was.
I got a question for you.
Okay, go on.
And this will lead in. This isn't on the dot, but I've always been wondering this about you. How do you prefer your misinformation? Pre-bunked or debunked?
I like it pre-bunked so that I can debunk.
Nice. Very nice.
I like it pre-bunked so I can debunk. Now,
what's that
I wanted to say that I knew this segment was coming all week, and I had forgotten several seconds before I just looked at the doc.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the title of that, the hairs on my neck stood up. Throw it up.
Did I turn it off by accident? Sorry.
Okay, okay.
Great. Now we're here.
Guys, Cryptids let's play some of that music again. That's what's getting me really stoked. Cryptids of the SRL studio. Now, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up and goose pimples shot down the crack of my ass the second I saw that on the show doc tonight. Because we've been experiencing interesting things. Now, speaking of these Mexican aliens, these in the Mexican Congress, that's nothing. That pales in comparison to some of the experiences that I've had at the studio with Sam and that we've had separately.
No, you
just say the least.
Yeah.
However, and I'm still scared. This is how scared I was. I've already debunked these, and I'm still scared. However, we can debunk each one of these. However, these are very spooky creatures.
Doug, skepticism is probably one of the most important qualities a human can have. And if let's say I came to you with a sighting of a cryptid, all right, and then you came to me with a sighting of a cryptid. You debunked mine, I debunked yours. We pre-bunked each other's.
Yeah.
We need skepticism on our own bunks, not just the cryptid reports. We need to be skeptical of our own bunks.
So even after you bunk, you're not 100% sure of your own bunking.
Hell no.
And you never should be. So yeah, that's what this is all about, guys. So guys, even though we're debunking these and we're 99.9% debunking them, check our work.
We might have to bunk
So let's
our
go
bunks.
through these. And now I know this is kind of hard because you guys haven't, Sam and I are at the studio every day, all day. So we have a lot of time and experience here. And so when we see something different and we see a figure.
If you guys were a fly on the wall, here's a hint of that.
Yeah, so let's just run through them.
Did you see that? That's what Doug's always going. He's going, did you just see that? And I go, no. And he goes, it was right there. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going, did you see that?
Yeah, and I go, it's gone. And you go, I swear.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the first one.
The Gorge. So this photograph was taken by my DSLR. I have a 2008 DSLR. It's a Nikon D5000. And I use it to take photographs, artistic photographs, macro images of flowers and things up close in black and white in the studio. And I happened to be taking some of my photos after the show a couple weeks ago. And I caught the Gorge. Now, the Gorge is all over the net. Everybody's talking about the Gorge. And now this is my lead. Now, just starting it off the bat, I should have come out the gate with the strongest debunk. This is my weakest debunk, but I do think I've debunked this.
Yeah, it's tough to debunk. You have photographic evidence, so how did you pull off this bunk?
I got a sample of the Gorge's hair. I tested that hair, and that hair was human.
Oh, well, what's that mean?
Human DNA means the Gorge is human.
What?
So even though the Gorge is something that I can't explain, I mean, look at it. I don't know what the fuck that is, and
Curse word detected.
I can't say what that is, but I do know that's a person. So at least we know that's a human. And if it's a human, in my book, the cryptid scenario, it's been debunked. So we call that debunked. That's a person.
Well, there's... All right, so I brought one to the table also, Doug.
Switch it. It's debunked now.
Oh, good. Okay. Great. Hell yeah. Good. Nice. Nice job. I like that.
Yeah, we need to debunk.
Okay, debunked. And so but like we said, skeptical. If in the chat, if you can pre-bunk this or rebunk it or unbunk it, then try it out.
Yeah.
All right, Doug. So this one, there's one of these things that when you look at reports of some cryptids and you see them coming up in cultures all over the world that have never even communicated with each other, you go, how can this be explained?
Right.
And that's exactly what I was thinking when we saw the red rounder.
Yeah, the red
rounder freaked me out. But I got
kept
this photo
walking
on my
by.
Samsung Galaxy.
Yes, and I was there that day and I saw, but I didn't catch a photo, but your Samsung Galaxy takes incredible photos, and so I was really excited that you did document this, because I think anybody would believe that we saw the red rounder.
It's unbelievable. Look at that sucker.
I kept walking down the hall and going, now this is Thomas's office.
Yeah, and you helped debunk this one, yeah.
I kept going back and forth. And I kept going, Thomas, because I needed him. Thomas is our bookkeeper. And so I needed Thomas that day. And I kept going by his office, looking in and going, that's the red rounders in there. And every time I walked by, I looked in and I had to look away and walk again.
Yeah.
Because I just can't, it was scaring the shit out of me.
Curse word
So I
detected.
go, Thomas,
Yeah.
where are you, dude? I just didn't want to, like, for me, it's easier to put something away in the back of my head and not think about it.
Yeah.
So I probably walked by his office 100 times and kept looking in and going, Thomas, and then red rounder.
He just
Now,
startled the hell out of
but
me. Yeah,
you-
so
so-
I kept coming to you, and I would you would walk by, and right when you walked by his door, you ran right up to me, and I was holding my phone out, extended arm with that photo up, and I'm going, did you see this shit?
No,
and
and
you go,
I was
yeah, I'm trying
screaming.
not to. And
Right,
so, but
so-
how'd you bunk it for me?
So I haven't told you yet, but I finally got the courage after you left that day.
No way.
Because he was in there, the red rounder was in there. I was trying to close.
Yeah.
I was trying to turn the lights off and lock everything. He wouldn't leave. I finally went straight up to his face and said, Red Rounder, what are you? Who are you?
What'd he say?
Go to the next slide. It was Thomas.
Oh, it was Thomas.
It was Thomas. So there's Thomas. Thomas was wearing his red suit.
Oh.
He was just wearing a big gourd red suit. So
Did
he
you-
took the head off. He said, oh, what's up? And I said, I need you to look over some of this bookkeeping stuff again.
Okay, well, let's enforce the dress code.
So Thomas, I'm not mad at Thomas, but I am confused at Thomas.
Yeah.
So Thomas, don't wear the red rounder suit again. I already told him that, but if you're in the chat, who am I kidding? He doesn't watch the show, so
Okay.
yeah, don't do that again, Tom. Thanks.
Okay, well, there's this other one here.
So glasses, dog. This guy kept cropping up, and this is one of those ones where you look over, you see him, and you look away, and he's gone.
Yeah.
But I did hear through the weeks that jingle jangle of his collar and his little dingle dangles, jingling and jangling.
Yeah.
Almost like a jingle jangle bell.
So you would hear that, and you turn around, and
Yeah.
there he is.
And
What
I
the
wouldn't
hell?
be that concerned or scared if it was just a dog with no glasses, because we see dogs in the studio all the time.
Yeah.
But the glasses dog, it was at the control.
We have a doggy door in the studio.
That's right, so it's fine, they can come and go, but he was controlling the controls, and he had glasses on, which would explain to me that he needed the use of his acuity, his visual acuity needed to be such that he was reading and comprehending mechanisms, devices, and knobs and such. And so that was what really scared me.
Another thing, but he wasn't even entering through the doggy door on the elevator. He wasn't even coming through there, because we hear the
No.
ding of the elevator and the flap of the doggy door. Where'd he come
Well,
from?
I finally looked at his collar. I just looked at the name. And what did it say? But Scooby-Doo. This is
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Whoa.
This is Scooby-Doo.
Oh, man, really?
So this is not a cryptid of some weird creature. This is
Yeah,
not
I was
glasses
wondering
dog.
why. Yeah, you had me email the CEO and
Yeah.
and ask him what he was up to. I was wondering why you had me email him.
Right, we needed confirmation. So once you got the confirmation, I knew, and I wanted to save telling you to tonight.
Nice. I should have put the two and two together.
So the CEO of Scooby-Doo did confirm with
Scooby-Doo CEO confirmed that he is in the studio. He's
Yeah.
been hanging around.
Well, he confirmed that he was out.
I see.
And I told you.
He confirmed and we inferred. Correct.
Yeah, I did before I told you. Now I'm telling you now.
Yes, but I sent the email without
Yeah, you said-
understanding the context.
Yeah,
Yes.
I told you to send the email
Yes.
to the CEO of Scooby-Doo to ask him. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. So that's debunked, fucker.
That's
so
First
yeah,
word
sorry,
detected.
that's debunked, fucker. So get out of here, Scooby. I said, shoot.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this one is one that's more almost like an apology than scary or a debunking.
Yeah, embarrassing.
This is just Jason. Jason just looks like that. Jason just looks like that. Jason, I'm sorry. I didn't really want to bring you into this, and I'm sorry. I know that you look that way now. Jason's cool about it. Jason's like a cool guy. He knows he looks like that. He knows he looks
Yeah,
like
he
that.
rocks it. I mean, he pulls it off. That's
totally.
hard to pull off. That's hard to pull off.
He totally pulls it off. Jason's swagged out. Jason's so cool looking.
Yeah.
But he's forgiving. He knows that he got included in this because, and I already made the graphic I started it before I realized it was him, and then I just added the debunk because So this was the one I thought we weren't going to be able to debunk, but so Jason, sorry to include you in this, but Jason's a good sport. He knows he looks like that, but he totally pulls it off.
Yeah, this one's totally cool.
Totally cool look.